Every day you awaken is a fresh chance to change your life. There's a basic truth that has guided many successful people. The quality of your daily routines shapes the quality of your outcomes. When you commit to being disciplined each morning, setting clear priorities, and taking responsibility for your actions, you set the stage for lasting success. In those quiet moments before the day's demands begin, you have the opportunity to reflect on your goals and align your actions with your values. It's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about consistently doing the small things that build up over time. As you start your day with purpose, you create momentum that carries you forward. Every decision you make and every action you take builds your character and shapes your future. The first habit is to rise early and begin your day with deliberate purpose. In the early hours before the world stirs, there is a quiet time that many successful people have learned to treasure. Waking up early isn't just about having extra hours. It's about seizing the opportunity to set the tone for the day before distractions take hold. When you get up with determination, you're choosing to be proactive rather than reactive. In those early moments, you can review your goals, assess your priorities, and prepare your mind for the challenges ahead. Establish a routine where you take a few deep, steady breaths to center yourself and allow your thoughts to settle. Instead of rushing into the day's demands, spend a few minutes reading something inspirational, jotting down a few reflections, or simply sitting in silence. Every morning as you rise with the sun, remember that discipline is the foundation of success. Successful people do not let their days be dictated by chance or external demands. They take charge by beginning each day on their own terms. Picture the stillness of the morning, the crisp air, the quiet streets, and the unhurried pace of your surroundings. In that environment, you can set a clear intention. Today, I will work steadily toward my goals. I will be mindful of my actions and choose my responses deliberately. This clear intention acts as a compass throughout the day, reminding you that you are the master of your time and that every moment counts. When you wake up early with purpose, you build a reservoir of mental strength. There is no substitute for the discipline you develop when you consistently make the effort to start your day right. Over time, this behavior maintains your capacity to focus, and you become less prone to being distracted by minor distractions. You begin to see that the quality of your mornings clearly reflects in your work, your relationships, and your overall happiness. The habit of rising early with intention is not about the act itself, it is about what that act represents, a daily commitment to personal responsibility and the steady pursuit of your goals. You learn that by taking responsibility in the morning, you set yourself up for success no matter what problems come your way. In practical terms, this habit can involve setting your alarm a little earlier than usual and resisting the urge to press snooze. Use that extra time to plan your day, review a list of tasks aligned with your long-term objectives, or simply enjoy the calm before the day begins. It is during these quiet moments that you can review the principles that guide you, principles like integrity, perseverance, and the willingness to learn from every experience. With this approach, you become more than a passive participant in your life. You become the architect of your destiny. By rising early and starting your day with clear purpose, you transform a simple morning routine into a powerful catalyst for success. Every minute spent in the early hours is an investment that returns dividends in productivity and personal growth. The habit of rising early fosters a mindset of determination and self-reliance, a mindset that tells you, "And I am in control of my day, and I will use my time wisely." When you build this habit, you discover that success is not a matter of luck or natural talent. It is the result of consistent, disciplined choices made each and every day. The practice of rising with intention sets a tone that resonates through all your actions, reminding you that the future is built on the foundation of the decisions you make now. The habit of waking early is merely the beginning of a day based on purposeful discipline. Now consider the practice of embracing gratitude as a daily cornerstone. Every moment spent thinking about what you have, your achievements, your relationships, your small blessings, develops a store of positive energy that fuels your development. Gratitude transforms your perspective. It shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life, reminding you that even in challenging times, there is much to be thankful for. When you take a few minutes each morning to recognize these gifts, you set a tone of appreciation that colors your entire day with optimism and purpose. Picture beginning your day by quietly noting 3 things for which you are grateful. This simple exercise not only sharpens your awareness of the good around you, but maintains the belief that every tiny benefit is a stepping stone toward greater success. Over time, this behavior improves your inner determination and fortifies your thinking, making you more robust against setbacks and more willing to take opportunities. The energy generated by gratitude is contagious. It inspires you to treat others with kindness and to approach each challenge with renewed vigor, knowing that each moment holds the potential for growth. As you cultivate gratitude, you begin to see that success is not solely measured by external milestones, but by the richness of your inner life. It is in the quiet reflection of the early morning that you recognize your own strength, your progress, and the countless reasons to celebrate even the smallest victories. This practice reminds you that while your ambition propels you ahead, it is thankfulness that supports your path, providing clarity and energy when the road seems long and arduous. By embedding gratitude into your daily routine, you create a mental environment where obstacles are seen as opportunities for learning and where setbacks become lessons that propel you further. Every time you pause to appreciate the moment, you are, in effect, reaffirming your dedication to your goals, reaffirming that each decision you make is an investment in a brighter future. This habit, like waking early, is not a one-time action, but a continual practice that, over time, compounds to produce a life of contentment and success. Every day, as you appreciate the positive in your life, you reinforce the idea that success is a series of small intentional acts. Each moment of thankfulness is a brick in the foundation of a life well lived. The discipline of gratitude helps you maintain a constant focus on your long-term gatha. Third habit is developing a clear, purpose-driven plan for each day that aligns with your long-term vision. Ensuring that even on the hardest days, you are reminded of the abundance that already exists within and around you. Every day, as you awaken to the possibilities that lie ahead, you have an opportunity to map out your journey with precision and intent. In this habit, you commit to setting measurable, achievable goals that act as milestones along your path to success, a blueprint that translates abstract dreams into actual everyday activities. The key to purposeful planning is to grasp that every moment is a blank page waiting for your intentional decisions, and that by making your plan each morning, you are claiming control of your destiny. You begin by choosing the most critical activities that will get you closer to your objectives, knowing that it is not the amount of tasks, but the quality of attention that matters. Imagine each task as a brick in the foundation of your future. Every decision you make about where to place that brick determines the stability and strength of the structure you are building. When you commit to planning, you are not merely listing activities, you are engaging in a process of self-reflection and prioritization that clarifies your purpose. Ask yourself, what is the one activity today that will have the most lasting influence on my path? This question becomes a strong filter, guaranteeing that you dedicate your efforts to what genuinely matters while eliminating the noise that might derail progress. The discipline of daily planning allows you to view the big picture without losing sight of the specifics. It is the process of sitting quietly with your thoughts and writing down your objectives that converts fragmented ideas into a unified plan. In this habit, you learn to plan your day such that every hour is assigned to tasks closely linked with your main goal. This process requires you to balance flexibility with focus, adjusting your plan as circumstances evolve while remaining steadfast in your commitment to your core goals. When challenges arise, as they inevitably do, a well-crafted plan provides you with the resilience to adapt rather than feeling overwhelmed by unexpected obstacles. You have already charted out contingencies and alternative routes. This preparation habit becomes your shield and your compass, a tool that helps you navigate the complexities of life with confidence and clarity. You begin to see that success is not the result of accidental events, but of everyday, purposeful activities that compound over time. Moreover, the process of preparing each day generates a rhythm, a flow that synchronizes your actions with your objectives. It is in that quiet moment of reflection that you set the tone for the entire day, reminding yourself that every decision you make is an investment in your future. As you write down your objectives, you anchor your intentions and fortify your resolve, knowing that consistency in planning is the bedrock upon which lasting achievement is built. This habit is not about rigid scheduling. It's about creating a flexible framework that liberates you from distractions and inefficiencies, enabling you to channel your energy into what is most important. Every day, as you review your plan and set your priorities, you are participating in a practice that reaffirms your commitment to development and success. You are teaching your mind to discriminate between the urgent and the necessary, allowing you to focus on high-impact activities that progress you consistently toward your long-term objectives. In this approach, careful planning becomes a habit, a continual flow of focused decision-making that defines not only your day, but your own nature. The habit of planning is a declaration that you are the architect of your destiny, that you are ready to take control of each moment and use it to build the life you have always envisioned. Next, the fourth habit is cultivating a relentless pursuit of knowledge and self-improvement. Every day offers a chance to expand your understanding of the world, your industry, and yourself. This habit is about committing to learning not just as a sporadic activity, but as an integral part of your daily routine, a daily dedication to evolving beyond your current limitations. It is knowing that the route to success is paved with lessons learned through reading, meditation, and experience. When you establish a practice of pursuing new information, you expand your mind to fresh viewpoints and unique ideas. It may impact how you address obstacles and opportunities. Every morning, when you establish your priorities, take a moment to ask yourself, what new insight will I gain today? This question is a call to action, reminding you that each day is a classroom, and every experience, no matter how routine, holds the potential to teach you something valuable. Embracing this habit means setting aside time to read, to listen to the wisdom of others, and to reflect deeply on your own experiences. Whether it is through a few pages of a thought-provoking book, a meaningful conversation with a mentor, or even moments of quiet reflection as you review your successes and setbacks. Every encounter with new information adds a layer to your personal growth. View your mind as a garden. Every new concept is a seed that, when nurtured, blossoms into insight and invention. Everyday learning modifies the soil of your mind, preparing it for the growth of innovative ideas and the development of skills that are important for long-term success. It is through continuous education that you learn to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to adapt when circumstances change, and to keep your passion for excellence burning bright. With every lesson absorbed, you become more adept at identifying the actions that will move you closer to your vision. This habit is not about formal education alone, it is a broader commitment to self-improvement, a commitment to unceasing curiosity and the courage to challenge your own beliefs. It means seeking out new experiences, asking probing questions, and being open to feedback even when it is difficult to hear. When you encounter a setback, rather than viewing it as a failure, you approach it as a learning opportunity, a chance to improve your approach and reinforce your resolve. In this manner, every problem becomes a lesson, every mistake a stepping stone, and every day a chance to better yourself. The pursuit of knowledge demands discipline and structure. Develop a regular plan for learning, whether that means setting up an hour each morning for reading or committing time in the evening for thought and study. Create an atmosphere that reduces distractions so that you can immerse yourself in new concepts. When you incorporate this habit into your everyday life, it becomes as natural as brushing your teeth, a non-negotiable piece of your success routine. By dedicating yourself to continual study, you begin to discover that the more you know, the more you realize there is yet to learn. This modest knowledge inspires more curiosity and motivates you to keep pushing your boundaries. It creates a positive loop. Every fresh discovery leads to better judgments, every new ability mastered brings up fresh options, and every minute of learning increases your conviction and your potential. The habit of lifelong learning is not about gathering data, it's about changing your mind into a dynamic engine for advancement, a mind that is flexible, adaptable, and continually strives for development. When you commit to this habit, you discover that every conversation, every book, and every challenge carries a lesson waiting to be unearthed. You start to appreciate the small details that often go unnoticed and learn to value the process of inquiry over the mere accumulation of knowledge. In moments of doubt, remember that your commitment to growth is the key to unlocking your true potential, and that every piece of wisdom you gather is an investment in a future where success is not just a possibility, but a certainty. By integrating the pursuit of knowledge into your daily routine, you cultivate a mindset that is forever forward-thinking, a mindset that sees every setback as a lesson, every challenge as an opportunity, and every day as a new chance to elevate your life. This habit becomes a cornerstone of your journey, empowering you to continuously refine your approach, adapt to changing circumstances, and ultimately ignite your success through the transformative power of learning. This habit is about integrating healthy practices into your daily routine so that your physical state becomes a stable basis for great performance. When you commit to activities that feed your body, whether it is through exercise, proper diet, or appropriate rest, you send a strong message to yourself. I value my well-being, and I will invest in it every day. Imagine your body as the engine of your success, requiring regular maintenance and care to perform at its peak. Every moment you spend nourishing yourself, moving your body, and getting restorative sleep adds up, creating an internal reservoir of energy and focus. This is not about pursuing transient trends or shallow fitness fads. It is a focused commitment to techniques that have been proven over time to promote mental clarity, emotional balance, and overall resiliency. Begin each day with an intention to engage in physical activity that awakens your senses and prepares you for the day ahead. Whether it is a brisk walk at dawn, a series of stretching exercises, or a more vigorous workout, this early ritual sets a tone of discipline and self-respect. As you move, Notice the way your heart beats steadily, the rhythm of your breath, and the subtle strength that emerges from within. Each movement is not just a physical act, it is a meditation in motion, a declaration that your vitality is the cornerstone of your success. Diet is equally crucial in this regular practice. What you consume supplies the raw elements your body requires to produce energy, fortify its systems, and preserve clarity of mind. Choose foods that are rich in natural nutrients, whole grains, lean proteins, fresh fruits and vegetables that deliver a consistent flow of energy rather than the quick, unsatisfying surges from highly processed meals. View your meals as fuel injections that propel your voyage, each meal precisely selected to move you ahead with sustained vitality and mental clarity. Relaxation and rehabilitation offer another foundation of physical wellness. In the buzz of everyday obligations, sleep and relaxation are frequently the first casualties. Yet they are important to your long-term performance. Sufficient quality sleep allows your body to repair, your mind to process the events of the day, and your spirit to reset for the challenges ahead. When you commit to a regular sleep schedule and create an environment that is conducive to rest, quiet, cool, and dark, you are honoring your need for recovery and fortifying yourself against the wear and tear of a demanding life. Moreover, this habit extends beyond the basic acts of exercise, eating, and sleeping. It is about cultivating an attitude that sees self-care not as a luxury, but as a non-negotiable necessity. Every choice you make regarding your health, selecting water over sugary beverages, opting for a moment of stretching over another minute of sedentary screen time, reinforces the message that your body is valuable, that it deserves attention, and that its well-being directly influences your ability to achieve success. In this way, the habit of embracing physical well-being becomes a catalyst for mental sharpness and emotional stability, nurturing a holistic state of readiness to tackle each day with energy and purpose. Consider the cumulative power of these practices. With each day of disciplined movement, mindful eating, and restorative rest, you build a reservoir of strength that carries you further than sheer motivation ever could. The habit of physical wellness instills in you a sense of self-respect and accountability, qualities that ripple out into every aspect of your life. When you feel physically robust, you approach challenges with greater confidence, make decisions with more clarity, and face setbacks with a resilience that only comes from knowing you have honored your most fundamental resource. This habit, when performed regularly, becomes a wellspring of energy that not only fires your achievement, but enhances your general quality of life, empowering you to greet every day with a vitality that is clearly your own. Every healthy decision, every moment of physical activity, and every hour of quality sleep is a step on the path toward a life of achievement and fulfillment. When you embrace physical well-being as a daily habit, you're not merely surviving, you're thriving. It is a declaration that you are in charge of your destiny, that you recognize the power of a sound body to drive a sound mind, and that you are willing to invest in your most important asset, yourself. The sixth habit is building strategic partnerships as a catalyst for success. Every interaction, every connection you forge is an opportunity to expand your influence and enrich your journey. In this habit, the focus shifts from isolated efforts to the power of collaboration, a realization that no individual achieves greatness entirely alone. When you cultivate meaningful relationships built on trust, mutual respect, and shared purpose, you create an environment where ideas flow freely and opportunities multiply. The art of strategic connection building is not about superficial networking or gathering contacts. It is about forming meaningful ties that encourage development and innovation. Every discussion becomes a stepping stone toward a larger horizon. When you approach others with openness and integrity, by developing connections that are focused on honesty and a commitment to provide value, you convert each contact into an investment in your future. In practical terms, this habit can involve setting aside time each week to reach out to new contacts, attend networking events, or engage in meaningful conversations with colleagues and mentors. It is about being proactive in seeking out opportunities to connect with others who share your vision and values. When you build strategic partnerships, you are not just expanding your network, you are creating a support system that can provide guidance, inspiration, and collaboration. Every meaningful connection you make is a potential ally in your journey toward success. By cultivating these relationships, you open yourself up to new perspectives, fresh ideas, and valuable insights that can propel you further along your path. The habit of building strategic partnerships is a declaration that you are committed to growth, both personally and professionally. It is a recognition that success is not achieved in isolation, but through the collective efforts and support of those around you. When you embrace this habit, you begin to see that every interaction is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to contribute to the success of others. It is a mindset that values collaboration over competition, recognizing that when you lift others up, you also elevate yourself. By integrating these 6 habits into your daily routine, you create a powerful foundation for success. Each habit, rising early with purpose, embracing gratitude, purposeful planning, pursuing knowledge, embracing physical well-being, and building strategic partnerships, contributes to a holistic approach to personal and professional growth. When you commit to these practices, you are not just setting yourself up for success, you are cultivating a mindset and a lifestyle that empowers you to achieve your goals, overcome challenges, and live a life of fulfillment and purpose. This practice shows you that each individual you encounter has a narrative, a skill set, and a viewpoint that can brighten your journey if you're open to hearing and learning. When you genuinely appreciate the insights of those around you, you motivate them to support you, fostering a mutual dynamic that uplifts everyone involved. The approach starts with a shift in mindset, a pledge to view relationships not as mere transactions but as active, evolving partnerships. It involves taking the time to grasp others' ambitions, hurdles, and dreams, aligning your interactions so both sides gain from the shared exchange of knowledge and support. Instead of just seeking personal benefits, you focus on what you can offer. Achieving this balance invites respect and loyalty. This tactic is key to strategic relationship building, where every conversation becomes an opportunity to positively contribute and leave a lasting impact. Consider the influence of a genuine discussion where you drop pretenses and engage with authentic interest. In these moments, you find that offering sincere praise, sharing your struggles honestly, and celebrating others' victories opens doors that might otherwise stay closed. When you nurture relationships by consistently following up, recalling small details about people's lives, and offering help without expecting immediate returns, you build a network that serves as a resource of ideas, support, and opportunities. This network becomes a dynamic asset, supporting your goals and amplifying your potential to achieve them. Strategic connections thrive through regular, intentional communication. They require periodic check-ins driven not by obligation, but by a genuine desire to know how others are doing and how you can aid their progress. Whether it's a thoughtful message after a shared success, a meeting to discuss ideas, or a simple chat over coffee, each interaction deepens trust. In these times, your actions and words must show consistency and reliability, traits that are the foundation of lasting relationships. Additionally, building strategic relationships demands the courage to step out of your comfort zone. It's about engaging with individuals who may seem different from you, whose experiences vary from your own, and recognizing that these diverse perspectives can spark creativity and growth. When you embrace diversity in your circle, you open yourself to a wider range of solutions and insights. The desire to share your unique talents and welcome collaboration, even with unfamiliar individuals, creates a supportive ecosystem that continually promotes success. This practice requires cultivating accountability within your network. When you commit to being reliable in your interactions, following through on promises, providing thoughtful feedback, and showing up consistently, you signal that you are a trustworthy partner. In turn, others become more inclined to honor their commitments to you, creating a virtuous cycle where each relationship strengthens your overall foundation in strategic relationships. Every conversation is an exchange of energy that, when managed correctly, develops into meaningful progress over time. Adopting the practice of establishing strategic connections involves being attentive to subtle signs of trust and reciprocity. It's recognizing that sometimes a simple act of kindness or a moment of genuine listening can be more powerful than a grand gesture. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable and share your authentic self, you invite others to do the same, forging deeper, more resilient connections. Such relationships are built not on the pursuit of immediate gain, but on the steady accumulation of trust and mutual respect that underpins every enduring partnership. Every deliberate effort you put into nurturing your network reinforces the idea that success is a shared journey. When you invest in others without expecting something in return, you create an atmosphere of generosity and openness that benefits everyone involved. These relationships become not just tools for personal gain, but pillars of a supportive community that champions collective achievement. In time, the strategic alliances you form become indispensable, propelling you forward with the strength of a united force where each member's progress accelerates the success of the whole. Cultivating strategic relationships is a continuous practice that evolves with every new connection and deepens with every shared experience. It requires a commitment to remain open, curious, and generous in your interactions, always seeking to learn from others and to contribute your best self in return. With each relationship built on trust and mutual growth, you fortify the network that supports your journey towards success, transforming individual efforts into a collective force for achievement. Every step taken in this direction not only advances your own path, but enriches the lives of others who join you on your journey. The habit involves engaging in daily self-reflection and accountability. Each day, as you embark on your journey, there is tremendous power in pausing to look inward, assessing your progress, and honestly evaluating the choices you've made. This habit is about developing a practice of introspection, a daily ritual that not only sharpens your mind, but reveals areas in your life where improvement is both necessary and possible. By dedicating time each day to reflect on your thoughts, decisions, and behaviors, you create a foundation for consistent growth and ultimately ignite your success from within. When you engage in self-reflection, you invite clarity into your life. It is through this clarity that you come to understand the underlying patterns of your actions, what drives your victories, and what holds you back. This habit allows you to notice times of triumph as well as mistakes, providing you with the information to change your plans and behaviors for better results. Each evening, when you set aside time to examine the day's events, you begin to recognize that every decision, every interaction, and every challenge is a stepping stone on your journey to personal excellence. Daily reflection is not a passive activity, but a conscious commitment to accountability. It asks you to accept full ownership of your actions and their effects, admitting both the progress you've made and the areas where you might have fallen short. This honest appraisal generates a solid internal compass that directs you toward better judgments tomorrow. When you hold yourself accountable, you become the architect of your destiny, ensuring that each choice aligns with your greatest values and long-term goals. In practice, this habit requires setting up a quiet moment, either at the end of your day or at a time when distractions are limited, to ask yourself critical questions. What did I do today that advanced my mission? Where did I allow minor distractions to divert my attention? How can I modify my approach to be more aligned with my vision? These questions are not meant to be answered in haste. Rather, they urge you to explore the depths of your everyday experiences and to draw knowledge from them. The process of recording your reflections can serve as both a record of your success and a motivational tool for the future. Accountability is further reinforced when you share these reflections with a trusted confidant or mentor, someone who can offer objective insights and gentle challenges. In doing so, you create a cycle of mutual growth where your self-awareness is amplified by the perspectives of others who have embarked on a similar journey of self-improvement. The interactions that come from this practice of shared accountability increase your commitment to your own goals and motivate you to keep pushing beyond your present boundaries. This habit acts as a daily reminder that success is not an event, but a process. By continuously reflecting on your activities, you learn to appreciate the small, incremental changes that accrue over time, each one leading to a larger, more profound transformation. When you realize that every decision, every act of discipline, and every moment of reflection adds up to something greater, you gain an unshakable faith in your capacity to lead your life in the direction you wish. The practice of regular self-reflection becomes the mirror that shows your full potential and the catalyst that drives you ahead on your quest to greatness. Participating in this practice promotes both humility and resilience. It shows you that no matter how far you have come, there is always space to grow, and that every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. As you learn to appreciate the lessons concealed in your everyday experiences, you build your inner power and create a precedent for ongoing improvement. In time, this practice becomes not simply a daily duty, but a way of life, a constant quest of self-betterment that sparks every other element of your success. Additionally, frequent self-reflection promotes a sense of thankfulness for the path itself. It reminds you to enjoy the progress achieved, however small, and to acknowledge that every difficulty you overcome is a monument to your tenacity. Genuine thankfulness affects your mindset, enabling you to perceive problems as helpful instructors rather than insurmountable hurdles. It reinforces the concept that genuine success is founded on the consistent, disciplined decisions you make every single day, a fact that motivates you to try harder and aspire higher with each new dawn. The habit of daily self-reflection and accountability is a powerful ally in your quest for success. It cultivates a deep-seated awareness of who you are and who you have the potential to become, and it transforms your daily actions into purposeful steps toward the life you envision. As you integrate this practice into your routine, you build an internal framework of clarity, resilience, and relentless improvement, a vital asset on your journey to greatness. The eighth habit involves fostering good communication to establish bridges of influence and connection. Every day brings endless opportunities to exchange ideas, inspire people, and make a positive impact through the way you express yourself. Communication isn't merely about speaking, it's about listening, understanding, and engaging with those around you. When you develop the habit of effective communication, you create an environment where ideas flow freely, obstacles are overcome through collaboration, and mutual respect forms the foundation of every interaction. It's about delivering your message clearly and confidently while being receptive to the words and feelings of others. Every conversation, whether it's with a colleague, a friend, or a family member, becomes an opportunity to refine your message and demonstrate your authenticity. When you speak, your tone, body language, and choice of words come together to create a powerful impression that can elevate not only your own success, but the success of those who listen. It's essential to choose words that reflect your values and purpose, ensuring that every statement carries both clarity and conviction. By doing so, you transform ordinary exchanges into extraordinary connections that motivate, inspire, and propel you toward your goals. This habit requires you to be fully present during every interaction. It means eliminating distractions so that you can focus on the person in front of you, giving them your undivided attention. When you listen intently, you signal that their perspective matters, and you create a space where open dialogue and trust can flourish. Your willingness to truly hear and understand others not only increases the quality of your interactions, but sharpens your own insight as you learn from other ideas and experiences. In practice, developing successful communication entails a set of purposeful acts. Begin by establishing a mentality that favors clarity over complexity, knowing that simplicity in your voice is often the most compelling. Avoid unnecessary jargon or convoluted phrases instead. Strive for language that is direct and accessible. This approach ensures that your message is not lost in translation, but resonates with your audience, whether you're addressing a small team or a large group. Furthermore, incorporating strategic pauses within your dialogue allows your words to settle and gives your listeners time to absorb key ideas. Consider the significance of nonverbal indicators as well. Your facial expressions, gestures, and posture communicate volumes, frequently supporting or even enhancing the impression expressed by your speech. An open stance, steady eye contact, and a warm smile can invite trust and encourage others to open up, while thoughtful nods or measured pauses signal that you are engaged and reflective. When your body language aligns with your verbal message, you not only build credibility, but enhance the overall impact of your communication. Successful communication entails asking the right questions, questions that inspire dialogue, clarify misunderstandings, and offer deeper insights. When you query about someone's perspective or ask them to expound on a subject, you demonstrate that you appreciate their viewpoint, generating an atmosphere of mutual respect and collaboration. This approach converts every interaction into a learning opportunity, improving your own understanding and confirming your commitment to ongoing growth. There is tremendous power in the art of storytelling. Narratives have a unique ability to capture attention and evoke emotion, making your message more memorable and relatable. When you share a personal story or illustrate a point with a well-chosen anecdote, you not only provide context for your ideas, but create an emotional connection that resonates deeply with your audience. This technique is especially effective in conveying complex concepts in a simple human way, transforming abstract ideas into concrete, actionable insights. Furthermore, mastering effective communication requires adapting your style to suit the context and the audience. Whether you are in a one-on-one conversation or addressing a larger group, understanding the dynamics at play allows you to tailor your message for maximum impact. This adaptability is not about changing who you are, but about being mindful of how your words can be best received in different settings. It asks for a combination of empathy and strategic thinking, ensuring that your message remains aligned with your fundamental values while resonating with people who hear it. The habit of developing effective communication is a constant path of self-improvement and connection building. It involves patience and practice as you perfect your abilities over time, learning from each contact and altering your approach based on feedback and self-reflection. As you progress, you will realize that the clarity and influence of your communication not only increase your own growth, but augment your power to inspire and lead others. With each discussion, you develop a reservoir of trust and connection that acts as the backbone of your success. Every intentional, thoughtful encounter becomes a stepping stone toward a more impactful, purposeful, driven existence. A life where your words have the ability to mold realities and ignite success for yourself and people around you. The TH habit involves cultivating a spirit of service and contribution to others. Every day presents a chance to extend your impact beyond personal success by giving of yourself, whether through a simple act of kindness, offering guidance to a colleague, or sharing the wisdom you have accumulated over the years. This habit is rooted in the understanding that true success isn't measured solely by individual accomplishments, but by the positive influence you have on the lives around you. When you commit to serving others, you create a ripple effect that not only enriches your community, but reinforces your own growth and fulfillment. Every act of service, no matter how small, creates bridges of trust and mutual respect. It is the purposeful choice to go beyond your own needs and focus on the benefit of people in your sphere of influence. Consider that each time you assist someone, solve a problem, or simply offer a caring ear, you are developing a network of support that eventually supports your own success. The habit of service transforms everyday interactions into opportunities for genuine connection. It calls you to share both your resources and your heart without expectation of immediate return. When you adopt a spirit of service, you begin to view challenges as chances to contribute to the greater good. Instead of solely pursuing personal gain, you see obstacles as invitations to collaborate, to find innovative ways to support those around you, and to build solutions that benefit not just yourself but an entire community. This perspective shifts your focus from self-interest to collective progress, encouraging you to offer your expertise, time, and compassion freely. In doing so, you discover that the fulfillment derived from helping others often sparks further motivation and opens doors to opportunities that you might have otherwise overlooked. Embracing service means developing an acute awareness of the needs that surround you. It calls for listening carefully to the challenges and aspirations of others and then aligning your own efforts to address those gaps. Whether it is mentoring a junior colleague, sharing a thoughtful insight during a meeting, or simply being present for a friend in distress, every moment becomes a chance to leave a positive mark. This habit not only improves the lives of those you touch, but enriches your own journey by expanding your perspective and reinforcing the interconnected nature of success. At its core, the habit of service demands humility and a commitment to continuous selflessness. It requires you to set aside the notion that success is a solitary pursuit and to recognize that your legacy is defined by the quality of the relationships you nurture and the support you provide. Every time you choose to put the well-being of others ahead of fleeting personal gain, you reinforce the idea that lasting achievement is built on a foundation of generosity and collaboration. In practice, this involves being proactive about finding ways to give, whether by spending your time sharing ideas with people who are willing to learn, or just delivering a word of encouragement when it is most needed. Moreover, cultivating a spirit of service transforms your mindset. It instills in you a deep-seated belief that your true worth is measured by the positive difference you make in the world. This shift in perspective not only enhances your personal satisfaction, but propels you toward higher levels of success by creating a network of reciprocal relationships where each act of kindness reinforces another. It teaches you that every moment is an opportunity to give, and every act of giving enriches both the giver and the receiver. As you consistently practice service, you begin to see that the energy you put out returns to you tenfold, generating a virtuous circle of growth, opportunity, and shared achievement. Ultimately, the habit of service is a call to live with purpose beyond the self. It is about recognizing that the journey to success is not a solitary path, but a collective expedition where each contribution, however modest, helps pave the way for greater achievements. When you embrace this habit, you unlock the potential to not only achieve your own goals, but to inspire and elevate those around you, a hallmark of true, enduring success. The habit involves daily self-reflection and recalibration. Every day gives a unique opportunity to pause and assess the trip you're on, a chance to review your activities, identify your motivations, and fine-tune your approach to success. The practice of self-reflection is not a time of self-indulgence. It is a deliberate, disciplined stop that helps you to review what is working in your life and what might need to change. By setting aside time each day for honest reflection, you establish a space where you may challenge your beliefs, find hidden obstacles, and unearth chances for progress. This practice instills a mentality that welcomes constructive criticism, both from yourself and from trusted voices, and converts ordinary encounters into meaningful lessons that propel your growth. Stand your motives and fine-tune your strategy to success. The practice of self-reflection is not a time of self-indulgence. It is an intentional, controlled pause that allows you to review what is working in your life and what might need to change. By setting aside time each day for honest reflection, you create a space where you can challenge your assumptions, detect hidden roadblocks, and unearth chances for progress. This practice instills a mentality that embraces constructive criticism both from yourself and from trusted voices, and converts ordinary encounters into meaningful lessons that propel your growth. Every evening, when the day draws to a close, spend a few quiet moments to think on your actions and choices. Ask yourself, what successes did I achieve today, and what lessons did the challenges teach me? Consider not only the outcomes of your efforts, but the quality of your decision-making and the alignment of your actions with your values. In doing so, you develop a clearer sense of purpose and a refined understanding of how your daily habits contribute to your long-term vision. The insight acquired from these reflections helps you to make modifications, celebrate achievement, and go forward with fresh motivation and confidence. Analyze not just the outcomes of your efforts, but the quality of your decision-making and the alignment of your activities with your values. In doing so, you create a better sense of purpose and a refined grasp of how your daily habits contribute to your long-term vision. The insight acquired from these reflections empowers you to make modifications, celebrate achievement, and go on with fresh determination and confidence. When you commit to self-reflection, you begin to notice the small patterns that either propel you toward your goals or hold you back. Perhaps you recognize that moments of hesitation or procrastination have cost you valuable time, or that certain actions consistently yield positive results. With each reflection, you sharpen your ability to discern which behaviors to cultivate and which to discard, thereby building a foundation of continuous improvement. This habit is about accepting both your triumphs and your errors, acknowledging that every experience, whether triumphant or challenging, carries the potential to teach you something essential about yourself. The act of self-assessment is an ongoing conversation with your inner self. It requires you to be honest about your strengths, weaknesses, and the impact of your daily choices. Instead of shying away from areas where you struggle, perceive them as possibilities for learning and growth. In this introspective process, questions arise naturally. Did I honor my commitments today? Did I act in alignment with the vision I have for my life? These questions become the catalyst for recalibration, enabling you to adjust your course and ensure that every subsequent decision is made with a clearer, more purposeful mind. A key element of this habit is to document your insights. Maintaining a diary of your reflections not only saves the things you acquire, but creates a record of your progress over time. Reading back over your entries can reveal patterns you might otherwise overlook and reinforce the progress you have made. With each written word, you reinforce your commitment to excellence and set the stage for further evolution in your personal and professional life. Reading back over your entries can reveal patterns you might otherwise overlook and reinforce the progress you have made. With each written word, you reinforce your commitment to excellence and set the stage for further evolution in your personal and professional life. Daily self-reflection is about celebrating the wins, even the small ones. Each time you recognize an achievement, no matter how modest, you reaffirm the power of consistent, disciplined effort. That celebration works as fuel, sparking a sense of success that motivates you to face tomorrow with passion and excitement. Conversely, when you discover places for development, you are provided a blueprint for tomorrow, a clear indicator of where to spend your efforts and how to progress further. This habit asks that you approach your thoughts with a spirit of curiosity rather than judgment. It is not an exercise in self-criticism, but a means to grasp the complexities of your behavior and modify your tactics for success. Over time, you build the capacity to foresee your own issues and change before hurdles become insurmountable. In this approach, self-reflection becomes the constant guiding force that matches your everyday activities with your broader goal, guaranteeing that your route is not only clear but continually optimized for progress. Ultimately, the practice of regular self-reflection and recalibration converts your journey into one of everlasting growth. Each day, you build a deeper understanding of yourself, your capabilities, and the steps needed to forge ahead with unwavering clarity and determination. In embracing this habit, you unlock the power to shape your future one thoughtful decision at a time, a power that lies at the very heart of lasting success. As you move forward, remember that each daily habit you choose is a deliberate investment in your future, a commitment that transforms your potential into tangible results. Every mindful deed, every moment of concentrated focus, and every instance of honest self-reflection leads to a life of enduring success. Embrace the road with appreciation and an attitude of continual progress, understanding that the modest, constant steps you take today are the building blocks of tomorrow's successes. Success is not an endpoint, but a series of conscious choices made every day. It is the cumulative impact of disciplined habits, perseverance in the face of adversities, and the persistent conviction in your own potential. Carry these insights with you. Let them influence your activities and believe that by following your habits, you are crafting a future filled with purpose, development, and satisfaction.